Check, check.
We good?
Yep.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Talking While Black podcast. We here on another hot-ass Friday. But thank God we are in the AC. So, hey, man, we here. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Thomas.
What's goody?
And Chuck.
Before we start, I'd like to dedicate this to our comrade, couldn't be here today, Big John.
Right.
Keep us posted, brother.
Yeah, man. John, like Chuck said, John can't be here today, but man, we just hope, all is well and things of that nature. And,
What do you do, baby?
For real. But, let's start off by saying, how was you guys' week? How y'all been, man? I feel like it's been a minute. Feel like it's been a strong minute.
Right. Summering right now. Eventually, I'm going to have this vacation. August, these 2 weeks going to feel magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm cool.
Chuck, man. Whimsical.
But nah, it's been wild. Prime week, all that extra shit,
Yeah, I bet.
Amazon life, what's going down, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
This one's for you.
Yeah, man. Man, it's been straight for me, for real. I can't complain. I mean, I got a good raise, so, really happy for that, for real. So,
KJ.
I know, right?
AKA the paper stack kid.
So, extremely happy for that. But other than that, man, too much. It's about to be Leo season, so, half of my family's birthday coming up. So, I guess I'm glad I got that raise now, so I spend money on it. For real. But, man, we got these topics to get through, man, so let's get started. So, it's been a topic running online from, shout out to the Joe Budden podcast from his man Ice, saying that Wale will beat J.Cole in a versus. So, me personally, at first, heck no, he's tripping. There's a reason why J.Cole has been, this long, so popular, and still selling like that, things of that nature. Well, my homies brought it to me. It was like, well, who's going to mostly be the crowd? The ladies or,
I think he'd have both. Real talk, if Wale would have been more consistent, yeah. But it depends on what category you talking about.
Yeah, that's the same dependent card.
See,
if it's for the ladies or you talking about bars?
when you talk about consistency, though, I feel like Wale was consistent. The only issue was, me personally, I feel like he was on the wrong label.
Right. That was the first.
That's just me personally. He tried. I'm not gonna say he tried because he did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, because everything was cool before he signed with it.
But he know how to make hits for the ladies.
He definitely do.
But what I'm thinking is you're gonna have a mixture of that crowd, but you're also gonna have a mixture of, I want to hear bars. And like you said in pre-pro, it could go like the Dipset and the Locks. Like Dipset, clearly
had the songs, the
had
hits.
the songs, but Locks, their performance, but people was also there to hear bars.
Right.
Like J. Cole got bars, Wale got bars, but J. Cole gonna hit you.
Right.
And he probably gonna, once Wale hit him with the love songs and shit, he gonna pull out that shit he did with Miguel.
Right.
That shit did numbers.
That's a Miguel, Power Trip. All I Want Is You.
That's one of them songs you can play. That's still gonna be like.
Kevin's Heart.
I promise you, the whole crowd set it off to my left.
That's why I told them.
Off to my right.
Trouble.
You can't tell me the crowd when they said gunshots up in the air.
Bruh, and also
I ain't scared of no fight.
Tell the two cities.
Don't want to pull Kid K-Dot out.
That's what. But they say,
and that's my thing. Mm-hmm. What, for real, if he keep it hits, it depends on who go first. Cause if he keep it hits, then okay, whatever. But what if J. Cole pull out a banger like Tale of Two Cities?
And I told him Middle Child too.
Middle Child.
A lot.
Or a lot. Like, what are you gonna play in response to that?
Mm-hmm. There's some bangers that he got bars on. For real. I guess he could pull out like Ambition. A lot of stuff where he had Meek Mill
Like,
in
I
jail.
can see like Wale hitting them with some like I can see like this going 3 different ways.
His collab.
And then eventually it come a point where both of these niggas just get in their bag and just start spitting some real shit.
Right.
Like Wale go off in his poetry shit.
Do that slam poetry.
But then goddamn J.Cole
just
pull
freestyle.
out that J.Cole pull out that last track on For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah.
Type shit like
I don't know you was here when I said that, but that sample's from anime, Lupin the Third.
Swear.
The original, like in the 70s.
Yeah, you know what?
That's why I say that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's
when
the
it come to
end.
music,
It's
that
the
shit
end
ain't
track.
no rules to this shit.
You're right.
Like it's like Ebonics. Like music, you can have it go so many ways. Niggas sampling animes and
right, and that shit work.
So many other things, video games, and then we say Tyler the Creator sampled like a machine, the robot arms putting cars together.
Assembly line,
yeah.
That shit was crazy.
But I mean, yeah, with Wale, it could go either way. But they were saying like Kendrick and J. Cole been a better matchup. That's true too. But I feel like I don't know.
I don't even think it would be a better matchup because I'm gonna give Wale his flowers. Like he was just dealt a bad hand if you ask me personally. But Wale, he got bars.
And then like, where's MMG now, man? That shit
Done
as fuck.
Done.
And I feel like who was next is TDE.
Yeah.
For real, because you hear gone. And SZA complaining about how like punching them, like won't release her album or some shit like that. Shout out to SZA, man. Right. You been looking good, SZA.
SZA be sizzling.
SZA be sizzling. For real, man. But yeah, man. So
what's next?
That's crazy, man. Crazy. So, man, Ricky Martin is in the parent scandal. He has his 21-year-old nephew making allegations that he raped him or molested him when they was younger underneath.
Right, I'm pulling up.
When he was underneath the legal age. Like, that's crazy, for real. Like, it's just been, like, a lot of stuff just coming out lately. But apparently he's settled, though. So he's just saying that just to say it so he gets some money. Oh, here's Joe with the deets.
Right. Let's see. I want to find the original statement. Let's see. Oh, go to CNN. Duh. Per CNN. Let's pull it out. A nephew of singer Ricky Martin, who claims he and Martin shared a romantic relationship, has dropped allegations of harassment against the pop star. A judge lifted a temporary restraining order against Martin on Thursday at a hearing in San Juan, Puerto Rico. According to the police spokesperson, Axel Valencia, the order will be achieved since there is nothing criminal pending against Martin. Martin served the protection order for domestic abuse on January 1st by Puerto Rico police. It was sought by his 21-year-old nephew, according to the Spanish news outlet Marca, citing a family member of Martin's. The story included allegations of Martin, who was 50 years old, and his nephew had been in a romantic relationship. But Martin's attorney, Marty Singer, strongly denied the allegations on a statement to CNN Monday, calling them untrue and disgusting.
Well, I guess, yeah, it wasn't even nothing like he was underage doing it. That wasn't brought up at all. He was just making allegations that
dirty little secrets,
saying that
it could go two ways.
Harassment.
Either he lying, to get some money, or he not lying and the family trying to tell him to stop. That shit.
Shut up. You messing this up for all of us.
You feel me? Like, one way or the other. If it is true, that shit's disgusting.
Disgusting, yeah. That's your nephew, bro.
Right. If it's not true, that shit wild. Like, it ain't even that deep, my guy.
Right. Like, you just clout chasing. And that's the thing, too. Like, people don't do things for sex or money anymore. People just do shit for clout.
For likes.
Yeah.
For that thumb. For that heart. Like, that shit wild. A thumb in the heart.
Right, bro. Like, for real? Like, if you're going to do some shit, can you do that shit for some better resources or something?
That remind me of that one episode of Black Mirror where they had everything survived on a motherfucking like or stars or shit.
Yeah. That determine your status in society
man.
by how much people like you and stars you had. That shit was crazy. Like girl's star got so low,
right?
She couldn't even get in the building to work.
Right.
Bruh, like fuck that. If we gonna base everything on social media like that, like come on, bro. Like
excuse me.
By how much people like you. That's what's crazy. But yeah, man, like you know, like Joe said, it could go either way, but hopefully he wasn't just doing this for clout, because that's crazy. Really crazy, man. So
living the vida loca.
Kim Burrow, man, there's been a lot of outrage against her lately because she went and speak at a church and she was like talking about a lot of things about broke people, ugly people, things of that nature. No filter. Felt more like a stand-up than like her actually just, trying to give, I guess, a little sermon at church. Felt more like a sermon. I honestly think what she said wasn't that bad, but like it's a time and place for everything, so.
Exactly.
Like my
She's
bro
probably
said,
doing a snippet of her new comedy routine.
Right, like my bro Joe said, doing pre-pro, it's time and place. That shouldn't be for church. Like, yeah, it's not that bad, but that definitely shouldn't be for church or whatever. But I thought what she said was kind of funny though. It was hilarious. So.
But yeah, that's pretty much the sentiment. Like, you ain't got to do that shit in church. A lot of people go to church, because that's their safe space.
Right.
Not to get dogged out. She issued an apology, but that shit was still wild. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. If you ain't heard it, just type in Kim Burrow, and that'll come right up.
Kim Burrow come to the Improv near you.
Right.
For real.
Right.
But what we got next, man? So Chris Brown's charging $1,000 at his meet and greet so you could take a pic with him and he hugs you. He make you look like you the love of his life in them pictures. I gotta say, women, you can't talk about us dudes on OnlyFans anymore. Y'all paying $1,000 for pics. And I love y'all women though, but y'all can't talk about us on OnlyFans. For real.
Me, I feel like Chris Brown, he lowballed himself. I feel like they would have paid more. Chris Breezy. Young Breezy. That shit wild though. Like, I've never heard. I'm not all up in the celebrities shit, but I've never heard of nothing like that. Like, $1,000 to get a picture for a nigga to say cheese.
Right.
That's wild.
But what's wild though too? There was a guy taking a picture with him too.
Right. Several. So it's like.
But it was on Twitter. It's like the dude was like, "Don't be all cool now. Be the true stand that you are." Like, you've been trying to jump on him and stuff like that. That was funny, but yeah, it was a couple guys that were paying $1,000 to.
That's wild.
Picture with him, yeah.
To say cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a moment.
Yeah, that's when somebody came out and said, they pay, it's memories and stuff. Y'all mad y'all ain't making memories and stuff like that and things like that. I'm like, man, I can make immaculate memories for free.
Right.
You're not paying $1,000. Like, that's cool, or that's a moment.
I could go overseas, shit.
Yeah, for real. Go to
make a memory over there.
Right.
Swim with a Egyptian dolphin.
Right. For real.
But to each his own. I think he lowballed himself because I feel like people pay too.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. People can pay too. So Beyonce finally revealed her track list, and "Won't Break My Soul" is going to be on the album. Sorry.
I thought it wasn't. I guess I read the track list too fast. But Lemonade got me excited for this album. I can't wait to hear what she's going to push out to the media. I said to the media, to the fans.
It's crazy how everybody knew she was about to drop her album because she deleted everything from social media and changed her profile picture. I guess that's what she usually do. But it's like, oh, she must be releasing the album soon.
Stuff like it's intentional.
Yeah.
She wants it to be known something's about to happen.
Yeah.
So let me get your attention real quick without saying it. People are initially like, she dropping the album. but deep down in their spirit, I want you to tell me you're dropping
the album. And she's like started that trend of not saying when you're gonna drop an album and just drop.
And that shit low key works.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm surprised she dropped the track. She's told the track list this time.
But that only works for that top percentile.
Definitely.
Like you can't be what's my dude name? Gold all on my chain.
What is his name? Trinidad James.
You can't be like, I'm dropping an album tomorrow, bro. What? Nah, I'm good.
You can't be Ray J saying that,
or
Soulja Boy. Even though Soulja Boy the GOAT.
You should say that.
Soulja Boy said he started everything. He every trend Drake had.
The first one.
He was the first one.
The one.
I tell you this, as far as social media goes,
He's the first viral nigga.
Right. As far as social media go, he that one. And he deserves credit for that. But
he knows to bring back and make himself look relevant.
$1,000, I can think of other things to do with.
Yeah, but yo, man, shout out to Beyonce and things of that nature. There's been watch because what's her name? They on the same label, and she's underneath them. Chloe.
Kardashian?
No, from Haley. Yeah. That's probably like why she's not dropping her album because the record label is making way for Beyonce.
You can't get mad at that though.
Because supposedly her album been ready.
That's seniority, like that, like Beyonce.
But she brought them in too.
Right.
Beyonce brought them in like they.
she gonna get her chance. She just
Yeah.
She just gotta pay her. Everybody just gotta do their part.
Right.
But man, new album release, man. Brent Faiyaz released his album Wasteland. I'd say it's cool. It's not better than Fuck the World. Not at all. I actually was kind of disappointed a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I hyped myself up too much or had too big expectations or whatever, especially when he was talking about all these people he was featuring on his album. And then found out the Drake song was just Wasted Time that was released like last year sometime. And some other old tracks was on there, but it's cool. It's not a bad album, and it's good. It's a good album, but I was just a little disappointed, Fuck the World was better though. I feel like no song on this album reached like to one of the heights on Fuck the World, or even like some of the stuff before that, because you got Yo Song.
Okay. My opinion of it, I had to listen to it twice in a row. When I first listened to it, it was a bit lackluster. But when I listened to it again, listened to it in different settings and different atmospheres, I fucks with it. Could it have been better? I do feel like it could have been better. Is this his first album, second album?
Second, I guess. I guess the stuff before.
But it gives me. This is his first true album. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know who I am, and here is me. Versus the first album, you got to know who Brent Faiyaz is to get the understanding. I think his interludes, his skits.
His skits are cool.
I think they were fire.
Yeah.
A lot of mental health was addressed in that shit. He got a few bangers on here. When I think of Fuck the World,
man, that shit was
I think for real, no. How many tracks was it?
I don't even remember.
But I feel like it was a few songs on Fuck the World. But those few songs were the shit. Like, the absolute shit. It was a vibe. This shit's still a vibe, but I do agree with what you said. Most of these songs didn't touch the bangers on Fuck the World.
Fuck that, Brent. Stay toxic, my friend.
Fuck the World had 10 songs, yeah.
Ooh.
Toxic.
But yeah, he's the true toxic king. People say Future's the toxic king. No, Brent Faiyaz is the true. It's like Game of Thrones. He's Jon Snow, the true king. You feel me? Like, no, this is what he does.
Future's Joffrey and then
right. Just straight up.
Just Joffrey, but Brent Faiyaz Jon Snow.
You can't tell me this man ain't the toxic king.
He is. Even though he had one song, talking about he's sorry on there. Like, no, you ain't supposed to be sorry.
He just, bro, this is a part of the toxic trend. He's just saying he's sorry. Not because he understands that's what's going to get the cheeks. But he's not. He's sitting there. He's sitting there doing the money dance when he's smacking it from the back. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, all right.
I'm getting these
sorry,
cheeks.
These cheeks so good.
Sorry, these cheeks getting clapped. For real.
But
that's funny.
Shout out to you for keeping it going. I'm excited to see the evolution, like what's next. Because he got to top fuck the world. He got to top niggas in Paris, not niggas in Paris. What's it called?
Winter in Paris?
Winter in Paris.
Rehab in
Paris. Rehab in Paris.
Yeah.
He comes
Rehab, Winter in Paris.
The first line, the first sentence of the song, Toxic. Mm-hmm. I got too many hoes, but they ain't you. Like, oh! Like, how do you expect a woman who loves some toxic shit to feel about that shit?
Shit, my shit was been away.
I got too many hoes, but they not you. So you saying I'm the top hoe. That's right.
What's that? Been away? It's like, man, just, you know, I know I've been away, but, you know, you stay clean or whatever. Right. You know, keep yourself from me still.
Do as I say, not as I
do. For real.
But shout out to you, Brent.
Yeah, shout out to you, Brent. Moving on, man. Tristan Thompson out here. He going 25, 45, 5 and 6, and cheating.
He trying to get the triple double title and cheating
for real, bro. MVP. Cheating, like, man. Yo, so apparently he was caught again with another girl out in Greece. Well, he saw her holding hands or whatever. And this afternoon, that Chloe is pregnant again, you know. So, but yeah. So is Chloe a simp? She's still with this dude?
Yeah.
Like, what is
she want to be different and prove that she can keep that dude no matter what?
And speaking of Tristan, Drake low key funny. Like, what was that video they had? It was of a wedding, and he had Tristan Thompson there in the video. Bruh, that shit funny as fuck. It was a recent video he did though. But yeah, man, my man Tristan Thompson out here doing his thing.
He's slanging and dying.
He listened to too much Brent, I guess.
He got too many hoes.
That's what he telling Chloe. But they ain't you. Kills them all the time.
Right.
What team you on now? Sacramento or?
Oh, Sacramento, Chicago.
No, they beat us. Who
hey
beat
Google,
us?
What team does Tristan Thompson play for?
That shit picked my
Tristan Thompson's current team is the
Chicago
Bulls.
Yeah, that's right. My phone picked that
Shout
up.
out to the Chicago Bulls. You got Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine signed his big contract. DeRozan's still there. Vucevic still there. Like
who's the other dude? Caruso too.
Caruso there.
Yeah.
If they stay healthy, you can't tell me they can't make a hit. Like at playoffs at least.
Man, we stay healthy.
If we man, for real, we're at a point. All we need is a person to say they want a trade. Like if I'm the Cavs right now, I'm hollering at Brooklyn and I'm hollering at Utah. Like y'all want to get rid of Donovan Mitchell? Oh, what's up? Let's talk. We give you Colin Sexton. We give you Jared Allen. We give you a few draft picks, but we giving you a lot of developmental players. I fuck around, give you Marketing and LeVert too. You give me Donovan Mitchell and what's my dude name? Darius Garland with Evan Mobley.
Did you say you trade Jared Allen?
I would trade Jared Allen
you
because they're gonna want some shit like Colin. That's an asset, but they're gonna want a little bit more. All right, take Jared too. Take Marketing too. Take LeVert too. I know you want draft picks, but we gonna give you players. And a few draft picks.
And then after that, Cleveland still got like a bench too.
You feel me? We'll still keep a Kuro. We'll still have what's my dude named Chetty. We'll still have Wade.
And what's the other dude? They don't play him enough. We still have Wade too. Dean Wade. And we'll still have what's his dude name? Lamar Stevens. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. They don't play him enough.
We have assets.
play him enough.
We'll still have Rubio. We have assets.
Oh yeah, Rubio. He was the key guy in the whole little situation.
But we need to take a page out of Toronto's book. Let's try to just go for a ring.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell was in Utah and stayed in Utah for a decent amount of time. Come on over here, since you Jazz, the mountains, you so cold weather, don't fuck with you.
Right.
Come play with a young goon in Darius. Play with another young goon in Mobley.
Hey, so how you feel about Darius getting the max contract?
I'm cool with it.
Me too.
Like, he proved his worth. Like, I was a Sexton. I'm a Sexton fan, but when he got injured, it left room for him to develop. And then with Rondo and Garland being on Rondo was with us for a second, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's with anymore because
So with Rondo and Rubio being on that bench, teaching him when and how to pass, it stepped his game up. So he wasn't just in the game with like 16-3.
Right.
If he did have a mediocre game, it'd be something like 16-9,
right.
16-10, 21-10.
Yeah, like if you round it up, it'd be double digits still.
You feel
to
me?
A double.
And I can appreciate that he developed.
And can I be honest with you? Like in the sports world, NBA fans, man, some of the NBA fans have some of the worst takes ever I ever seen out of video games, movies, and shows. Can I be honest, man? Like, some of these NBA takes are crazy for these fans. Because, like, when he got that max contract, people was, like, overrated. All this other stuff and all this other bullshit.
It ain't like he getting a Steph Curry max.
Right.
It ain't like he getting a Giannis max. He's getting a max for his talent worth. Which is, what was it, $110, $130 if he made some...
Right.
Excuse me, some things happen, like All-Star, shit like that.
And then, like... they can go up to 193 or something like that.
Oh, 193. Okay,
yeah.
Excuse me. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, let's just keep it real. Mark Price, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving. That's it.
Right.
That is our legacy.
Right.
Or on the flip side, Anthony Bennett, Deion Waiters.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Right.
Let's appreciate greatness. Like, Kyrie was great, but he didn't know how to win with us. No, to be fair, no. He didn't have the talent around us.
Yeah.
He didn't have the right talent, but...
He had waiters at first. And Tristan.
But he's doing his thing for us. He putting us on the map. We got in the plan, right? Or was it?
Yeah, we got in the play-in.
We got in the play-in, and
bruh, and
that's more than anything we done done since LeBron.
Right.
Both go rounds.
Postseason, they said
both go rounds.
And that's what people's like. All that money just to get in the play-in again and lose. I'm like, bruh,
it's better than what we've been doing since LeBron left.
That's what I'm
before
saying.
That, since LeBron left.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these
and
NBA
before LeBron was
these NBA takes, man. Like, bruh, NBA fans be having some of the worst takes ever. Like, do y'all even been watching basketball? Are we even watching the same game?
I tell you this.
Are y'all just following trends and the hype?
I tell you this though.
They only watch it when they win it.
I tell you this though. The West up in the not up in the air, but the West about to. It's like when you got some dice in your hand, you just throw it on the floor. That's how the West is right now.
Anybody?
Because last year you'd be like, it's stacked, and now this year it's stacked, but in a different way. The Nuggets about to get Murray back. The Warriors about to be straight. Memphis ain't going nowhere. The Clippers, like, let's not. If Kawhi comes back, Kawhi, and Paul George comes back, Paul George. The Clippers there.
Bruh.
The Mavericks took a step back.
The Warriors and the Grizzlies need to have that Christmas game. Definitely. Draymond and John Morant been talking so much shit on Twitter. Fucking crazy. Do that shit.
It's like you can't, and at this point, you can't shit. At this moment, you can't say shit to Draymond. I just want a ring, nigga. What nobody thinks.
Joe, you still say shit to him. If you still say shit to him.
Yeah. But nobody thought these niggas was gonna run a ring this year. Everybody was saying the Lakers and the Nets. And when that shit went up in flames, niggas was saying the Suns and the Bucks gonna run it back. The Suns and Philly gonna run it. The Suns or whatever.
Right.
Memphis might make a sleeper move. The Celtics didn't got fired. Like, everybody just forgot about all of that. And
Right.
the Warriors just slipped in on some San Antonio Spurs shit. Like, excuse me. All right, we're here. Let's win.
What's his name? DeAndre Ayton. Is he still going to be with the Suns?
He signed for at least till January.
He signed a max contract,
Yep.
right? Oh yeah.
He signed a max and Peoples for real.
And if you want to say that, that's overrated. He getting paid too much.
I don't know.
If y'all want to talk about that,
Know. I feel like, me personally,
maybe he just had a bad
he's
postseason.
not even that. I feel like they want to use him one way, and he feel like he should be played a different way. That's the vibe I get. Like, you the big, rebounds, easy shots. Let Booker do his thing. Like, they want to have a traditional team.
Right.
Facilitator, point
Fundamental
guard,
like a motherfucker.
shooter guard, the one scoring the points, small forward, 3 and D, power forward, stretch forward, center getting the paint, bang, easy layups, alley-oops. But he like, I can post up, I can shoot the 3 a little bit.
Right.
But the NBA, that shit always crazy. Next year, that shit up in the air. You don't know who gonna go where.
He's still gonna be stacked too.
Hey, so tell me how y'all feel about this. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, this is what I'm doing. In the current, how everything's set up. Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, Donovan Mitchell, 3-team trade. Ben Simmons go to Utah. Westbrook go to Brooklyn. Donovan Mitchell go to the Lakers. But I'm not done yet. I'm Brooklyn. I'm from the perspective of Brooklyn. So I got Westbrook. KD, Phoenix. Since I done got rid of Ben Simmons. KD, Phoenix. Give me DeAndre Ayton. Give me one of them Cam niggas. Give me Bridge. Give me draft picks. Kyrie. What did I say? Damn. Kyrie.
Where you going?
Ship that nigga to Washington. Kyle Kuzma. Rui Hachimura.
Is it,
And bring Spencer Dinwiddie back. With some draft picks, of course. I'm Brooklyn. I got Spencer Dinwiddie at the point. No, I got Westbrook at the point.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie at the 2. Joe Harris at the 3. Rui or Kyle Kuzma at the 4. And Aiden at the 5. That's an okay team.
Yeah, they are straight.
I could win and probably get some play-in 8th, 7th seed. Or if we just get shitty, shoot draft picks.
We'll see, man.
But
We'll see.
what's next up, Fred?
So it's coming out that Kevin Samuels has died as a result of hypertension.
Break that down for the users.
So hypertension, if you don't know, is extreme high blood pressure. So that was his ruling of death. But which is crazy though to me, because I mean, I wasn't no fan or no hater or whatever against seeing him and things like that. But it's crazy though. I do know that he was always talking about he want people to stay fit and things of that nature. But he's up here with high blood pressure. I don't know. I just, when he was talking like that, I expect him to go to the doctor, get his checked regularly or something like that.
For me, this is the gag in it all. The world ain't nothing but one big, just hypocrisy. Like everyone, well not everyone, but everyone in some shape, form, or fashion is going to be a hypocrite. And that was his moment. Like you said, telling people to get fit, but you're not even practicing what you preach.
Right.
Like you said, I'm not a hater. I wasn't celebrating his death, but I wasn't a fan.
Right.
I wasn't a fan of what he did to get likes. Because before he got famous, doing what he was doing, he was on the other end of the spectrum.
Right.
But like people say they sold for likes.
Yeah.
For that thumbs up and that heart.
Yeah.
People sell their souls for him.
Yeah.
That shit crazy, and I know that ain't what Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, because he got that. He got that attention.
That's what just the reality is. People are looking at me. Oh my goodness. People are looking at me.
Look what I can do.
But yeah, that is crazy. Like, you know, I ain't no hater, but you gotta practice what you preach.
That's what I'm saying. I would say practice what you preach. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Or maybe because it happened right after sex, it was just like, and the girl he was with was so bad though, and it was just like maybe it just reached his blood pressure reached like an exponential amount.
Man, you can't give these women that much, bro.
I know.
She's so bad he died from the pussy. Like, they basking in that shit right now. No, Eddie.
I'm just saying she was bad.
Playing, I'm just playing.
She was bad though.
Yes, she was.
She was definitely bad. I don't know, but I do think that was just weird though, for real. And then it definitely was the fault too, because it's like if you feel like your chest is tightening up, go to the doctor, bro. Like,
Mo cheese, bro.
Bro, he was like, no,
well,
I'm good.
You know how that shit go. You being a man, your chest tighten up. Well, let me drink some water. Let me take a Alka-Seltzer.
If my chest, because my heart is in my chest.
If this shit keep hurting till morning. I mean, don't nobody know what he experienced but him.
That's true. But he said that.
But
outside.
if it is like his heart, you'll just don't heart coming out your chest, cartoon style.
Right.
I'm calling.
Right.
Come pick me up.
Right. For real. Man, there's been a lot of animals attacked lately. It's crazy. Like, are they getting tired of our stuff, of our shit? Like, humans, man, y'all gotta go. Y'all fucking shit up for the whole earth.
Y'all scared of hoes.
Y'all scaring the hoes, for real. Humans, y'all scaring the hoes. So
it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun.
We never talked about this, but you heard about that elephant. Supposedly the elephant killed the lady, and then the same elephant peeled at her funeral and stomped on her again. Like he couldn't let that shit go. Like, just let it go. 24 hours later, nah, fuck that shit.
Fuck
I'll
that.
spin the block.
We about to spin this bitch
For real. And supposedly they said that lady she had helped one, I guess people from the herd helped some poachers kill an elephant from the herd or something like that, or like her children or something like that.
Shit.
That's the story. It wasn't confirmed or whatever.
The elephant was on a motherfucking death wish mission.
Yeah.
Like,
to be fair, it's in the books that elephants got great
ass memory. And you know what? I didn't know. I didn't know elephants understand the concept of a joke too, which is crazy because I saw an elephant took this dude's head off and then hit it like underneath his mouth or like in his mouth, and dude was like, "Where my hat go?" or whatever like that. Then took it out and put it back on his head. Like, they understand the concept of jokes, and they can paint too. They had this elephant like painting a rose and stuff like that. Elephants are like
this
extremely
was on its Kill
smart.
Bill.
They in there like, and people just like dogs, because people think dogs are dumb, but dogs know way more than you think, bro. They know way more than you think, and
They
cats
see
too.
Things different. And cats, you just can't trust them.
You can't, but
Cat for real, no. Cats black people.
yeah.
Like, they do their own thing. Like, I fucks with you, but when I do my own thing, you just respect me.
But I mean, like with cats, like, you ever seen that video of it was like a baby near the edge or something like that, but the cat pushing him like, no, don't come over here, stuff like that. Like, they be on it when they want to, you know. Things like that. When they want to, or like for real, or like they'll like you dropped a ring. I saw this video. This lady dropped a ring in the sink, and the cat was trying to help her get it. Ended up getting the ring in the pot. Yeah, like cats, there, they be caring when they want to, you know.
First they're sweet, then they're sour.
It depends, man. They go back and forth.
Sour Patch Cat.
For real, but the other thing that happened in Montana, 67-year-old lady went camping, and the bear was at her campsite. She scared him. Then she went to sleep, and I don't know what type of tent she was in or shelter, or was she just on the ground and sleeping back. But the bear came back and killed her. Spun the block and came back. And my thing is, if you scared a bear for the campsite, I'm like, all right, camping over with. It wasn't meant for me to camp this night.
Hey.
I'm going. Like, why would you still go back to sleep if you just scared a bear off?
Like, bears aren't smart. They just wait, air you out, just chilling the cut, tiptoe through the tube.
And after all the things, she scared of fucking. And this wasn't no regular bear, like no black bear, you know. A grizzly bear, like them niggas
Rich
know
Homie Quan that shit.
those niggas be known to be ferocious and stuff.
Right.
Like a grizzly bear, like not no black bear, just like
What you scared off was Yogi, but then he put them Air Forces on and it was a wrap.
No, it's a video of like how bears would really react. It was like Yogi Bear. What other bears? The only you compare forest fires bears.
Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear.
Wow.
What's another famous bear?
Berenstein Bear.
Bears, yeah, that's the first one. Berenstain Bears.
Swear.
Like he was just like, oh, look at him talking. And just start getting angry, and like biting them and stuff like that. Especially when they're Yogi and boo boo. Right.
When we see it in a picnic basket.
Right.
Like this how bears really act for real. You know. Oh, and the last situation that happened, it's not funny at all, but a group of monkeys took a child from this Indian family. It's over in India. And just threw it off. It was like on a 3-story building or something like that. But they just threw the monkey off. Threw the child off the building. This is crazy.
It's real, man.
It's real. They said that has happened like in that area in India or whatever, like quite a few times.
It's they stomping grounds, you know.
Like,
just
for
like
real.
we got deers out here.
We got deers and raccoons. They got
Right.
monkeys. Yeah, I saw that. It was like it wasn't in Asia, but it was like some resort in like South Africa. It was just monkeys just around. Some shit like that, like
That's their little territory. They mobbing that bad boy.
hell yeah, man, like man,
Don't agitate
right? Animals just man, but they didn't even agitate them. It just
on the regular.
took the baby.
You know,
like,
it's like they natural response or whatever, they instinct. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
they do their kids like that, especially.
they said a couple of weeks before, because I forgot how many deaths by monkeys was this already. A couple of weeks before they tried to steal the baby. But the dude of the family, you know, tried to take her back, and when he took her back, the baby's neck broke or whatever.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy, for real. You just gotta be really careful over there if you have a kid. Just crazy, man. So, record numbers of heat has been happening over in Europe, man. There's been a heat wave going over there between the UK, Spain. Now it's about the tours this weekend is heading towards Greece and things of that nature. Is this climate change?
Yeah.
And science has been warning about this forever, for a long time. And they actually, like, in some of the European news sites over there, have been coming over there.
The facts are there, though.
Yeah.
It's not like climate change is new. This shit has been going since dinosaurs.
The greenhouse effect, all that
Since the
shit.
dinosaurs have been here, like, it's already documented the climate was completely different when dinosaurs was here.
And then when the ice age.
It's a completely different climate. Then after that, it's a completely different climate, and it's been slowly and going and going. I feel like this might be the dry climate era. Like we're walking into the dry climate area, you know, with all the melting happening on the Arctic and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, like no time in our lives, or maybe not even our children or our children's lifetime, but eventually, you know, it's gonna get dry.
Mm-hmm.
We done went through everything.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I mean, I never really looked at it that way. Like it's been, like, not saying maybe we sped it up or whatever, but, like, this was, like, always going to happen. Is that what you were saying?
Yes, I'm saying it was always going to happen. Maybe not in this capacity. I do agree with what you just said. We sped up the process, fucking up the ozone layer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just progressively moving on
Uh-huh.
with technology and what it means to be a human. And we did speed up the process, but was it going to get to this point? Yeah.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. Because now folks talking about, you know, speeding the process, but, you know, like when people take too many private jets and stuff like that, celebrities, like they was on, what's her name, Kylie, or...
To be fair, that's
Private
not the
jets,
problem. That's not the
rockets.
problem.
Right.
But if you want to say that plays a factor, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, we still got mostly cars fucking up the ozone layer. We got a few electric cars out here, but
Got cars,
let's just
so
keep it real.
much.
Majority of the cars are still, you know, small.
Especially, like, in America, because, like, we're so car-centric compared to, like, other countries.
Right.
For real. You know, and I don't know why we don't notice that. I don't know. So, the Sesame Place parade happened over in Philly. If you haven't seen the clips or whatever, there's been countless clips of like these characters in costume who are like characters off of Sesame Street. They would come and hug and high five white kids, but just totally disregard the little black kids there. And it's been some outrage about it. I saw one clip though, like they was trying to tell them like, come over and see our kids and stuff like that, but they just like waved them off or something like that. They even like hugged these two little black girls and things of that nature. Like I've seen a couple of clips, man, and I must say, man, Big Bird, we got beef for real. Like, what the fuck is your problem with us? Like, honestly,
Sesame Street came out and made a statement like, "This ain't even us, bro."
They did. This not Sesame. This Sesame Place,
Right.
for real.
Not affiliated.
Not affiliated. We not Sesame Street. This not Sesame Street. Hey.
Like, you know the street.
But for me, looking at most of these video clips, they can make a few of them. They could have made the argument, well, they just didn't see the child until they get the one specific clip where the little person in the character suit goes up, bends down, high fives and hugs whatever the Caucasian child, looks over at the black child and just keeps it pushing. Like, ain't no explaining that. Like, they're like, it's fucked up. You got people accidentally bumping into kids, making them fall. Like, it's wild. Like, it's unfortunate racism still real.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just like, man, just
Not the kids. Though.
Like, yeah, like you gonna show racism towards kids? That's just, oh man. Like,
Now I want to know the demographic of
the people in the costumes.
Yep.
I definitely want to know too, for real, man. That's just, man. I hope they come out. Did they come out and apologize yet?
I have no idea.
Man, I hope they come out and apologize and stuff like that because it's tons of evidence for real. But yeah, I did see that Sesame Place, Sesame Street came out like, this ain't even us, man. Because when you think about it though, you do see a lot of black kids on Sesame Street, the show. Right. So you would think,
Yeah, they issued an apology. This is 3 hours ago. To be clear, what the two young girls experienced with the family experience is unacceptable. All right, let's see.
Like, you know the street.
Sesame Place issued a new apology Thursday night after a video appeared to capture a costume character ignoring two. Excuse me, you guys. Video appeared of a costume character ignoring two black children during a parade last weekend at a theme park in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. We sincerely and wholeheartedly apologize to the Brown family for what they experienced. To be very clear, the two young girls' experience, what the family experienced, is unacceptable. It happened in our park with our team, and we own that. It is our responsibility to make this better for children and the family, and to be better for all families. A portion of this statement read, okay, that's the same. I can appreciate them owning up to it.
Right.
That's about where it ends, though.
Hire more people.
Not right now. I want to see black people across the board.
You're right.
Now I want to see people of color across the board. You want to make it diverse? Let's get some Arabs. Let's get some Latino American. Let's get some African Americans. Make it diverse in that way.
Right. Let's get some Asians and stuff like that. Right.
So, ball in y'all hands. I appreciate it. Now I need action.
Right. Honestly, for real.
Not on these streets of Sesame.
No, Sesame Street said this ain't even us.
But it was funny though. It was a TikTok. It was like me fighting Big Bird because they this is my kid. This is what TikTok hilarious. Meek. Man.
What's next up, Fred?
Man, rest in peace to Jack Knight. Ever heard Jack Knight? He's a comedian. He's also a writer. He died earlier this week, but it's come out to say that his cause of death has been suicide. It was a gunshot to the head, suicide, man. Just pray for his family, for this times, because, they're going to need it. But, dude was only 28. He did a voice on the character of a character on Big Mouth. You know, he was like a writer for SNL that has other writing credits too, man. Like his career was just going, man. I just wonder what was going on, you know, in his mind, which made him do that, man. It's just so sad, man. For real. Knowing, you know, I just hope he knew that, you know, it's help out here. Right. You know, if you're going through some things of that nature, if you want to talk to somebody, things of that nature, you know.
No, it's hard to say something, but it's okay to say something.
Right. It's okay, man. Like, speak your truth, you know. And, there's people out here who will listen to your truth and to how you actually feel, man. Right. But rest in peace to him, man. I'm praying for the family, man, in this time. So, Desus and Mero are not coming back for a fifth season. It's crazy. It seemed like they just got started.
Third day of Showtime.
Right. They've been out here, but officially out here when they got with Showtime, man.
Yeah, remember when they was on YouTube and stuff first.
Right.
But when it first came out, it was talking about there was personal problems and things of that nature. I'm like, dang, what happened? And they were saying it was a little back and forth on Twitter. I never saw it, but it's just so crazy because these dudes had like crazy ass chemistry together. You didn't think they would ever break up.
Right.
But apparently it's because over something of their manager. Basically, their manager was rude and stuff like that. And he was rude. It was a lot of things. They say he was brash. A lot of other things. And, you know, Showtime told him, you know, he can't come back anymore.
Right.
And that was the reason they split. Desus was like, yeah, you know, we agreed, like, yeah, he can't come back anymore. But Mero stayed loyal to him. Was like, no, after that, you know, I'm sticking by my manager. That's what allegedly they say is the reason why they split. You know, but, you know, we'll see what will come to this. But it's just so crazy that they just gone like that.
Yeah, good show, too.
Yeah, I never watched it like that, but I just saw different clips. And people always use, like, you know, their reactions and stuff and or like gifts and things of that nature. It's just, man, wow, for real. Because I never really saw no Showtime talk show, and they was like probably the first ones for real. Two black dudes and stuff like that, you know. Showtime was giving them the bag, you know. That's why I hope it really wasn't over some money shit, like.
Right.
Because that's how usually it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
It goes like that.
But yeah, I just thought it would be, you know, stuff like that better, man. Maybe they could put Funny Marco on their spot now. Because Funny Marco.
Right, because they had so many spinoff shows. That dude from ESPN that used to be on.
He's on HBO.
Oh, that was HBO?
Yeah.
That he got on with.
Yep.
I know you're talking about the
He has
Afro.
a very interesting man. I can't remember, but yeah.
But why
he's still on ESPN now.
He's still on ESPN
Yeah, he
too?
still works for ESPN. I've seen him on a few things.
I don't think his show coming back though on HBO.
No. Oh, dang.
Because they said it had low ratings, like very, very low ratings. Well, they haven't counted. I don't know. What's that one show? The Time Traveler's Life? The Time Traveler's Life is the first show I ever heard being canceled by HBO. Like, I never hear no shit getting canceled by HBO.
Rip out the gate.
Yeah, after one season.
The gate.
Like, damn. I never hear an HBO show.
It just seemed like a lot.
You saw them? You saw an episode?
No, I saw a lot of trailers though.
Oh,
because it intrigued me, but not enough to just dive in.
That was a sinker that ended up being a ball.
Yeah.
He comes back, disappears, comes back, goes there, comes here, comes back, goes there.
Yeah,
It
right.
just seemed like a lot.
But they also had that one girl. What's her name? Siwa. She was like a writer for Desus and Mero, or like
She got
a
a
producer.
decent show too.
And she got a show on Showtime too. Yeah, it's just decent. It's funny. She be like making celebrities look stupid in her interviews and stuff. Funny, except for Hannibal Buress. They was going back and forth. It was funny. But man, I hope they come back though. Joe, how you feel about Desus and Mero split, man?
It's unfortunate. It's happening. I just want all the facts to come out.
Right.
Yeah, man. So, man, where are our Fridays at now, man? The boys is no more, man. Season over. This is the second Friday without the boys, because man, I must say this was a great season. This is the best season so far. Like, shout out to season 3 of the boys for real. The finale happened like 2 weeks ago, and the finale was good. It wasn't the best season finale. I wouldn't say it's better than season 2, but it still was pretty good. You know, a lot happened. You know, but I'm just, you know, spoilers, but you know, man, it might look like Brightburn out here with Homelander's son underneath his wing and stuff like that. You know, and then we got what's her name, Victoria Newman. She's like the dude singers, the president's running mate and things of that nature. VC, she out here popping heads, and she's a soup too.
They done put old buddy back under the table, slept this nigga.
Oh yeah, Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
man, shout out to Jensen Ackles. I hope it's supernatural stuff, but he played that role good as hell, bro.
Yeah, he did.
That one part was funny as hell when he was masturbating to them old women.
Right.
It was so random. It's like they drive, but they still know what to do. They had all the experience, and then like, bruh. But yeah, he was like really an asshole though. It was funny though. It was funny, you know. But like, this is a great season, man, for real.
Thanks.
Great season. It seemed like what's her name? I was gonna call her Starfire. Starlight is joining the boys and things of that nature. So, hey, and we never talked about Mother's Milk, man. Like, shout out to his storyline, Marvin's storyline this season too. You know. About, you know, why he feel that way against Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Carr it was his favorite superhero at one point, but you know, I guess he was trying to do some superhero shit, and a car came through. He threw a car through their like apartment, and killed like a lot of his family, and he was the one who told his granddad, like, come here, you know, Soldier Boy's here, and I guess he feels some pain, and like some of that was his fault, man. Shout out to that. We never even talked about Black Noir, bruh. First time we ever saw this dude run. When they mentioned Soldier Boy was back, he was out.
Most improved player. 6-man. Like, Black New York. He gone now.
He gone.
Spoilers, he did.
He gone.
Homelander wasn't trying to hear none of that shit.
Right. When he told him he was my dad.
You knew, didn't you?
You knew.
Right.
And that guy knew he did, for real. For real, man. But shout out to the season, the boys, because like Joe said, you said this before, if this was like real life and we had superheroes, this would actually be backed by corporations and stuff like athletes.
Anything to flip a coin, anything to flip make a dollar.
And these niggas be actually dicks when they not in the front of the camera. So, hey, man.
Next up.
So I saw Thor.
Mid-pack.
I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, man. I must say, man, highly disappointed, man.
Mid.
What's that part in when Sonny had died in Godfather Part 1 when he was like, "Look what they did to my boy!" Like, for real, like, look what they did to Thor. Like, once they got his character right in Ragnarok and Infinity War, they just screwed that shit. He's just a joke now, like, and made him dumb. Like, and he was even smarter in like the ones before that were mid in Thor 1 and 2. They just so dumb now. And then I even told Joe this, like, there were more jokes in this than in Thor Ragnarok. But Thor Ragnarok was the funnier movie. So you know what that means. A lot of jokes definitely missed. The funniest joke, though, I would say the funniest joke, they made like a little love triangle between Mjolnir, you know, his hammer, and Stormbreaker, the axe. So that was kind of funny. Like, he was talking, "Oh, Mjolnir, I missed you," and stuff like that to the hammer. Then the axe come picking up, like, "What you talking, bro?" Like, let's go.
What's going on over here?
That shit was funny. How they made like a little love triangle for that, and they didn't go too hard on that.
So, spoilers. So when she dies, where does Thor get both hammers?
No. Spoilers. So, alright. As you know, Christian Bale is in there. Christian Bale, they very underutilized him, for real. But the parts he did have was cool. He was known as Gore the God Butcher. So he's the first person you see in the movie. You see his daughter die in his hands or whatever. So, because his whole people was like praying to the gods, it didn't happen. But then he crawls off somewhere, see the god they was praying to, just like enjoying himself and things of that nature. It's like,
Triggered him.
yeah, not even that. But we're like, we pray to you. What happened? Something like that. Things of that nature. It's like you guys are nothing or something like that. Like basically calling servants your people and stuff like that. But it's just, I guess if somebody just tried to kill them earlier, the god, and left his sword there. I forgot the name of the sword, but it's the sword you're supposed to kill a god with. But it attracted Christian Bale's character Gore, and he was able to pick it up and kill him or whatever. Because he was talking about my daughter died and stuff like that. So the whole point of this movie, so he reach, I think they call it eternity or some shit like that.
Valhalla.
No, not Valhalla. But that's where, well, I don't want to say, but where he can make a wish for anything. He was going to wish for all the guys to be dead or whatever. Thor tried to stop him, but he ended up making it there to the end. But he wished for his daughter to be back when he was dying, Gore. So Thor ended up adopting her, and she has Stormbreaker. He has Mjolnir at the end.
So he gets his OG hammer back.
Mm-hmm. That's why they call it Love and Thunder, because I guess she's supposed to be love and he's supposed to be thunder or whatever.
Moving on.
Yeah. It was very, very cheesy. It's very cheesy.
That sounds stupid.
It was a very cheesy ending.
Like, so there was no point in this.
Basically. And like Gore the God Busher, like you didn't even see him butchering no gods. For real. Thor killed more guys than he did, honestly, for real.
Kratos killed more guys than all these niggas.
That's true too.
Come on, Disney.
But speaking of Zeus was in the movie. Shout out to Russell Crowe playing Zeus. It was funny. That shit was that part. Yeah, that was a little funny. That was a little funny too.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, they just I don't know. There's a lot of tensions, a lot of screaming goats in there trying to make it funny, like for the meme. It's just like. I'm glad now people are seeing like Marvel is fine up, and you always been saying this has been the time for DC to step up if they had this shit together.
But to be fair,
Dynasty's
isn't this how Marvel typically runs? Iron Man 1, mid. Iron Man 2, trash.
Iron Man 1 isn't mid though. It was good, but the thing is, you see what they was building towards
Iron Man 3, mid. Cap. First one, it was
right. Yeah.
Second one,
great.
Third one,
great too.
But then what?
You had Guardians of the Galaxy. What you talking about? You had Guardians of the Galaxy. The first Ant-Man was good.
Ant-Man.
The first Ant-Man was good. You had Guardians of the Galaxy.
But that when you say good, I think mid.
The first Ant-Man.
Yes. All the.
It was way better than everybody suspected.
All the Ant-Mans.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Mid.
You had Thor Ragnarok.
First Avengers, mid.
The first Avengers was mid.
Mid.
The second one,
trash. Ass in a bag.
It was okay, but you see what they was building towards to.
You see where it was building towards, but it still doesn't make it a great. I
don't know, bro. Like, but you haven't seen all the movies this phase either.
You're right, because you keep telling me they trash.
So
every series, every movie. Jared be like, this shit ass, and I value his opinion, and I be like, alright, I ain't even about to watch it. You said Miss Marvel, Madam Marvel was trash.
I ain't seen Miss Marvel. I haven't seen it.
I thought you saw it.
Nah, no, we never saw Miss Marvel.
Oh,
Loki wasn't
trash. Winter Soldier.
You said that was baby mid.
Baby mid.
WandaVision.
Hawkeye was trash.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
WandaVision was the shit.
Yeah.
But that's out of 5.
And with these Star Wars, like all these Disney shows, man, except for like
they moving too fast.
You should have more than 6 episodes. They definitely.
But this is when DC need to. They didn't start. All right, we got a starting point with Batman. Let's move off of this. They need to just let that Joker, if it's gonna be a musical, let that shit go. Unless that shit's hilarious as fuck.
Right.
Let that shit go.
Shout out to Harley Quinn season 3 coming back out.
I don't know how to feel about it.
That shit was funny though.
It was funny, but it's losing its
grandeur, like Marvel, MCU.
Yeah, it's losing it a little bit. The actual TV shit that DC has is losing its luster. Like
I've been lost that shit.
Titans.
Oh, that shit.
That shit mid. It is officially mid.
Mm-hmm.
Doom Patrol has potential, but that shit mid.
Stargirl, you seen that? I heard Stargirl was good.
It's on CW though.
It is?
It came on CW
Oh.
before it was on HBO Max. That shit's mid. If it comes on CW, it's mid.
Bro, they about to Gotham Knights.
Man, that shit was ass in the basket.
But they have some more shows. Peacemaker.
DC need to just, all right, Batman. Where do we go from here? All right, we got Black Adam coming out. Where do we go from here? Fuck it. Scrap all that shit and drop a Titans movie.
Right.
Have Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy,
And Cyborg too?
Cyborg, and what's the dude from
Blue
the
Beetle?
future? What's the the dude from the future that ran to the past?
Not Kid Flash.
Nah, his name was something.
Yeah, I remember.
It was another word for
Flash.
Yeah.
Faster. I forget. I know what you're talking about.
But because he has a nice little storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Like take some of this shit from these comic books. Like
What? I know they making a
That's
Blue
for-
Beetle show on HBO. That's on HBO Max, right?
I'd rather that be a movie.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I gotta see it. When is it dropping?
I don't know what's dropping, but I mean, we all talked about how we like that suit though. Like
Yeah.
they make it look nice for real, and they have the dude from Cobra Kai play Blue Beetle. So, but
Static Shock.
yeah. But the thing about Static Shock though, and like all them other characters like Icon and stuff like that too, because I think like sometimes I heard the reason why they don't show up like that much because they still have to play licensing to the other people who own it. Because they absolved in DC, but they still have to be licensed from those. I think they call it. I forgot the comics or whatever they was originally on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just pay it. But
Share the profit. Just pay these niggas.
MCU. I mean, I guess they build it. They build it towards Secret Wars, so we'll see. And with that, they might introduce Doctor Doom, and that'd be dope if they do. Because they're saying like the thing with Secret Wars is like all these incursions happen for Loki and stuff. Like what they mentioned in Loki, all these incursions, something happen. They all get invited to like some planet to fight, and it end up being Doctor Doom behind it and shit like that.
Right.
So if it does, if it seems so jumpy because of that, and it builds up towards that,
And the
then that's
Watcher.
cool.
The Watcher,
You know,
too.
then
That
that's
big
cool.
head dude from.
But we'll see. But it's just been like, I don't know. I feel like everything's been either too rushed or just too all over the place. It's just, I mean, like it's cool, but it's not like worth seeing again.
Take their time to put it together right.
That's how I really feel, But man, what's some good shows you guys been watching?
For me, outside of the boys, Iron Chef came back. It's alright. I've been on my anime shit. It's a quiet time right now.
definitely quiet.
And as far as like the shows and the animes, it's a quiet time right now. So I just been really binging some shit. All right, I gotta be fair. I went to Atlanta. No, excuse me. No, that was when I was in Cleveland. I'm about to start fucking with P Valley.
Are you alright?
Down in the valley where the girls get naked. What they said, these niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. That's just a bar right there.
Yeah.
I saw one episode of the most recent shit. It's a lot of drama.
It
I
is.
don't normally do drama, but that shit is intriguing. The last episode, the strippers was on the pole, and that woman climbed to the top of that boy. Put her, stood on that boy, stood on the pole like Spider-Man.
Right.
Used her feet to grip that pole. And then just did some ta-da, threw them hands up like I'm standing like that. Like that, I was intrigued.
Yeah, I've been watching P Valley. P Valley cool.
Shout out to the mental health dog. Man got out of jail with his lover.
Mm-hmm.
Offed himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sad. But man, I've been watching Succession, man. Man, that shit good as fuck. Succession is basically about this family, this father. He brought up this company. It's like a media conglomerate around. They news, cruises, amusement parks, and stuff like that. They own a lot of shit, but they dwindling though because they're not getting into streaming and stuff like that, or like associating
Not
themselves
keeping up with the time.
yeah, with tech. Dude old as fuck though. Dude Dude supposed to be retired, whatever, but he got 3 kids. Actually, 4 kids. 1 from a previous marriage, 1 from his first marriage, and 3 for his second marriage. And like I said, he's getting up in times. So it's looking like, you know, he should pass down the torch, you know, sometime soon. So, like, all the kids, you know, trying to, you know, be the CEO and things of that nature. He was supposed to retire, but he ended up coming back like, ha-ha, and things of that nature. And the dude's not really a father. He's the patriarch of the family. Like, he treats basically his kids like shit or whatever like that. Or, like, just using them to keep him safe, you know. Or just so he could pass it down and say, like, hey, it's still in the family. Like, he never really showed love and care. And everybody in the show is a piece of shit, too. Damn. I'm gonna lie. Because, like, the kids, when they be talking to each other, you know, they not sure. They can't trust each other enough. Like, are you really being serious right now? Or is this just, like, your business angle? Or some shit like that. So you can make a power play or a power move, things of that nature. Like, everybody's a piece of shit. But it's low-key funny, though. But it's so good. Like, I don't want to really, like, spoil much into you. But it is, like, one of the best shows I think I have seen. You know, but it's one of those shows you have to, you know, pay attention to a lot. And they shout out to that theme song. That theme song, hard as fuck. The theme song's so hard, Pusha T had to rap off of it. For real. Like, that show's, man, pretty real. I'm all caught up. I'm ready for season 4. Season 4 is supposed to be the last season, they say. I'm going to be sad, but
I'm going to say this. A show that I just got hip to today. The Man from Earth, what's it called?
Yeah, The Man Who Fell to Earth.
I think I came in on, like, I missed
the last episode.
That was the last episode. I think I came into it like a fourth of the episode was running, and that shit seemed fire as fuck. Alien came to Earth on some who founded Apple?
Steve Jobs.
He came in on some Steve Jobs shit. And just
opened up the world to a new energy source.
No.
And the shit was hard as fuck. That dude, Chiwethi,
I can never pronounce his name too.
Me neither. And Naomi Harris, fine ass, man.
Money Penny from the James Bond movies. Speaking of that, y'all seen the new James Bond movie?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering,
what's this shit called?
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die. I can appreciate it. It was supposed to be like, you know, the
last one for him. It was good, though.
It was James Bond, so I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
Skyfall, and what was the first one? No.
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale and Skyfall was the ones.
I say this one, too. This one, I feel like this solidified him, to me, as the best James Bond. I was actually arguing with my dad and stuff about. I'm not arguing. My dad.
He was the best James. I mean, for real.
You been thought he was.
Nick. What's the dude on First Things First? Nick Ward.
Nick Wright.
He be making a lot of hot takes and then making it like he already know Patrick Mahomes gonna be the greatest quarterback ever, but other people be like it's too early to say that shit. But he like, why wait and say that shit? That's how I feel about the new James Bond. When I saw Casino Royale, I was like, oh, this the man.
My father be up here, my brother. He was like, I like Pierce Brosnan.
It was so many James Bonds before.
No offense, it's because they're old.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one for the 90s. I'm like, his best one, I say it's GoldenEye. But they became, like, kind of cheesy after that.
Let's just keep it real. Casino Royale, Quantum Solace was mid, but he still did that shit. Yeah. Skyfall, he did that shit. What was the other one?
Spectre.
Spectre was mid.
Spectre was a little bit better than
Don't forget
rewatching it was cool.
Baby Loud.
And don't forget that Quantum Solace shit he did.
Quantum Solace,
he said, man.
The movie may have been Baby Loud or mid. But he still did his shit. Yeah. And for me, I'm like, oh, he the best James Bond. Because first of all, I'm not even a James Bond fan. You're making me want to watch James Bond.
Right. For real. But
you had to say his motherfucking villains was fire.
Yeah.
My nigga on Skyfall had this nigga locked up in an island in a castle with a bunch of servers.
Right.
Had this nigga locked up and just started feeling on his thighs like, I know mommy don't be treating you right. I'm butting this little button down like all these scars, touching all on his chest. Shit crazy.
Man, but
pulled tight on the bitch he was about to fuck.
Bruh.
Don't let it drop, shooter.
But do you still have that Apple free trial?
Bruh, I ain't even know it came with the 5.
They did?
On the humble.
Uh-huh.
I just, because for what it was is, I was trying to figure out a way to watch this AEW pay-per-view called Forbidden Door. Great-ass pay-per-view. And it said Apple TV. But there's a difference between an Apple TV and the app Apple TV.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the app and it just popped up. Because you purchased a PlayStation 5, you're entitled to 6 months of free Apple TV.
Oh, 6 months? Oh.
But for me, I don't know how to feel about it yet because I gotta pay for shit even though I'm technically paying for the app.
Yeah. Yeah, you pay for Apple TV Plus. Even
though it was either you or John and one of y'all said Apple TV are the sleepers.
Yeah.
For me, I don't do well with sleepers. I need to know this is alright, some shit, some money behind this. This should be a great ass.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Whatever. Movie,
Severance.
TV show.
Severance.
Right.
Watch Severance.
But I tried to look at some Naruto. They was charging per episode.
So that's the difference. Like, so Apple TV, think of Apple TV just like a Roku. The Apple TV like a Roku or something. Or Amazon Prime. See, video. So you pay for like the extra stuff.
I wouldn't even put Amazon Prime in there because Amazon Prime at least giving you original content that shakes.
Yeah. And
I know it shakes though. For me, Apple TV, Roku, the apps in that category, this is where they fall short of.
Yeah, because they're
paying for shit that other apps are just slanging for the free. This is
no. You're not paying for the original content though.
Mm-hmm. But
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like Amazon Video. You're not paying for the original content, but you pay for the
Amazon,
other shit.
They have more original content that hits. Invincible, The Boys. What was that Jewish shit?
Hunters.
The Hunters. Upload, Vinland Saga,
Vox
Machina. They got shit that shake. Apple TV, y'all still got shit that shake, but don't nobody know about.
I mean, that's the thing though.
But that's why I'm saying this is why they're at a disadvantage when it comes to the top shit.
I'm gonna tell you, watch Severance. Watch Severance.
I feel you, but that's one.
Okay.
When you got Netflix who just sent out the series
finale
of goddamn Ozark.
I'm not saying they better than them, but like, watch Severance, bro. You got a 6-month free trial. That shit, you probably gonna subscribe around again for the second season.
But with these,
just for that, and it's the cost the least amount. I'm not saying because that's the only shit I watch, and I was watching Ted Lasso.
With these apps though, Netflix is giving you the blueprint. Even though they lost 3 million subscribers, was it 1 million?
Well, and let me tell you what Apple Plus. I did take a look at Ted Lasso because that's like won the Emmy for the best show, too. And Ted Lasso, I guess it's cool. I didn't never finish it.
They need some eye grasping shit.
And that's why I got it too for C, too. But I don't know. I can't get to C that much. See, that's the one with Jason Momoa and stuff, and like everybody's blind. But it's like. They fight each other and shit.
Again, this is why I like Netflix, HBO in this order: Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu.
But the reason I asked,
I'm lying. HBO, no, I'm lying.
Hulu,
no, I'm lying.
No, Hulu got the FX shit.
Netflix, Disney, HBO
I ain't put Disney.
Max.
I really put on Disney.
They got the money though.
They do.
It's like Drake.
They do got the money
behind them.
But Hulu, The Bear, the dude Philip from
he got a show on
called The Bear, and that's actually pretty good. I fuck with that. So basically,
for one thing, I will give Hulu October. That shit gonna go.
Oh yeah.
Like Netflix know how to drop some scary movie shit.
Mm-hmm.
I will give like Hulu. I said Netflix. Excuse me, Hulu.
October.
Ain't nobody for real. You paying $20 for Netflix, but you're not paying $20 for Hulu.
Right.
It's levels to this shit. This is why Netflix is like Nike and Hulu like Adidas. Like Hulu got some shit, but I'm not about to pay for some ads when I got Netflix. When they just dropping the original content, they dropping the OG content. I ain't gotta worry about no ads.
Yeah. But Netflix still losing subscribers a lot.
That's what I want to know though. They said they lost 1 million subscribers.
The share password.
3 million subscribers, but I'm wondering how many did they gain within this time though?
No, because they experienced loss. They ain't really gained that many.
But I want to know how many did they gain because
they kept losing.
If you've been going, I've been, hypothetically speaking, I've been getting 25 million subscribers per year. And this year, because I'm talking about taxing the sharing password, I lose 3 million, but in total, I still gain like 23 million.
Bro, I tell you,
instead of 25, gaining 25, I'm gaining 23. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, but they said the experience lost though. And at the same time, like, I know you fuck with Netflix and they the Nike, but at the same time, it's just like quality over quantity. But anyway, I fuck with HBO Max. HBO Max is the shit to me.
But they don't drop enough for me. That's for me.
It's cool, like, but they got the HBO shit like next month. They got the new Game of Thrones spinoff and all this other shit. Like, they be dropping shit.
This is why, I mean, I fucks with HBO Max, but at least with Netflix, even though the shit be mediocre,
that shit don't be dropping enough for me.
There do be gems in it.
It be alright.
There do be a few gems in it.
And it be a lot of gems at HBO.
There do, but they don't drop enough for me. They don't drop enough.
Netflix don't drop enough for me, for real.
Netflix drops a lot of shit. It just be mid. Like you said, quantity over quality. I mean, quality over
quantity. And I feel like HBO Max is that quality.
But for me, Netflix, again, it's the luxury that Netflix displays. HBO Max, $7.99 with ads, $15, you get it. Yeah. Netflix, $20. I mean, you know, whatever it is for the mid package, but $20. I'm not about to give you. I mean, with any of this shit, I'm not about to give you no ads. And that's where that's why I feel like, even though they experienced lost 25, hypothetically speaking, you make it 25, and now when you doing the password sharing shit, you go down to 23. Technically, it's a loss, but are you really losing? That's what I feel like is happening with Netflix.
But what I want to say, like, on Hulu has a couple of good shows. They said Old Man is pretty good, and I want to get into that. And like I said,
that's also taking shit right there. Not taking.
But the dude from
Hulu fucks up because they got ads.
Yeah, I pay without ads now. That shit got annoying. But that shit that showed The Bear. That's why I was going to talk about The Bear with the dude from Shameless. That's actually pretty good. He's like a world-renowned chef, and his brother ended up dying, killing himself, and his brother owned the restaurant, so he went back to the restaurant in Chicago to try and make it better, you know. And that shit was actually pretty good, for real. I fuck with that shit.
Who got them bangers?
But I want to tell you about Severance though. Severance, did I ever tell you what it's about?
No.
Severance is pretty good and it's trippy though. It's like a great ass psychological thriller. That's actually like the best season of TV I've seen this year. Probably next to like Succession. Yeah, it is. It is like the reveals was great near the end of it, but basically it's this company and they have people there called Severed people. They basically put this implant in your head so it separates
work
and personal memories.
You did say that shit.
Yeah, bruh. That's bruh.
That kind of remind me of this. I started watching this shit on Netflix called Spiderhead or Spearhead or something like that with Chris Hemsworth playing the scientist, and Miles Teller's in that bitch too, where they plant these motherfuckers and they put them in this room and they turn them dials certain ways and get these patterns. Miles was fucking like every broad in that bitch. Turn they shit in a different way and the pattern change and these motherfuckers get straight psycho, bro. That's as far as like I don't think they can start getting weird, but yeah, that's what Severance kind of remind me of.
Bro, yeah. But Severance and Ben Stiller behind it.
But to be fair, when it comes to summer shit, the niggas with the money, they understand people are outside right now.
I was wrong about Netflix. I forgot. They dropping a movie, The Gray Man.
Yeah,
with,
it just dropped today.
Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling.
With these apps, these streaming apps, they know the summertime niggas outside, so they not about to drop bangers. They about to share that shit when niggas getting off work and they want to see some fire shit to put them to sleep. Netflix said, I feel like they said, not to set the standard, but they gave you the blueprint to this shit. Summertime Netflix gonna give you some mediocre shit, maybe one or two things that are gonna be fire, i.e. Ozarks, even though that was kind of springish, but it kind of rolled into the summer because that shit is still top 10 if I'm not mistaken on Netflix.
What's still top 10?
Ozarks, maybe it just stopped being top 10, but they was top 10 for a long time. The fall time is when they gonna drop their shit. October, everybody dropping some scary shit. November, everybody dropping some shit around that time. Same with Christmas. A little bit with January. Netflix and maybe some other shit gonna drop some scary shit in February, March.
Netflix supposed to be dropping, like, I think another set of Fright Fest. Mm-hmm. I think that was what the movie's called, Fright.
You talking about
the trilogy?
Fright? Yeah.
That's what's up. That Camp Fear, whatever you talking about.
Yeah, Fear Street. That's what's Fear Street. Yeah. So,
because Hulu the one to do that Fear Fest.
Yeah, Hulu do the Fear Fest. For real. And what's that? They dropping the last Halloween this year.
Yeah, I seen the trailer for that.
Man, Halloween kills. I ain't
it's
like that.
It's always the last trailer.
It was stupid to me.
For real?
Yeah, the one that was released last fall, October.
For real, you. I mean, it was kind of funny to me. But
it was kind of funny. He was like Michael Wick or whatever, but it was like the people were stupid. Like, I don't know, that girl who got offed herself with the gun because he kicked the door or some shit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That shit, I don't know.
He was on some motherfucking John Wick shit on that.
And then he right get there. Jade at the end, but come back to life. I don't know. I just don't do slasher horror movies anymore, and I just see why. Like, I'd rather do some other off-the-wall horror movies. I can't do slasher. That shit's too stupid for me. I could probably still do the Scream movies, because Screams are GOAT. And they kind of, like, supposed to be, like, satire of the slasher genre. Sub-genre of horror, so. I got a Switch. Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh. Get Pokemon Sword and Shield. Bro. It is not like Pokemon.
I know they got the other one, Pokemon Arceus or whatever.
Bruh, that shit's coming. But I had a Switch at one point in time. Shout out wherever you are. I dropped that shit going to the store.
Oh, you had a Switch Lite? It was just
I had a Switch. No, I had a Switch Lite, and then I sold that bitch. But then eventually, I got the actual Switch. And Pokemon Sword and Shield. I was a Pokemon fan growing up. Sword and Shield makes Pokemon like Pokemon for adults. Like, it's like
I might like it better now. Yeah.
Free world. You don't just walk around and no. You see the Pokemon, and if you want to catch that bitch, you gonna fight that bitch.
So I'm gonna tell you, I was a Pokemon fan too, but back then I wasn't dealing with turn-based RPGs. So when I first got the Pokemon game, I didn't know it was like a turn-based RPG. And for my viewers out, you don't know what a turn-based RPG is. That's where the combat system is basically you get into a fight, then you be like, I'll do an attack. And then you gotta wait your opponent to do an attack for you to do another attack. You just standing there. And I hated that shit as a kid. Now when I got older, or like now, I'm in diversifying and getting into more different games. And I can do that now. But like back then when I first got Pokemon, I was like, what the fuck is this shot? What the fuck is this shit? Yeah, like why I can't move?
That's an interesting perspective. I can respect that though.
But that was me as a kid. So I might can get into that. Might get into that now because I played like Persona 5 and the South Park games are like that too. A few other games too. So I have the patience for that now.
But bruh, that shit not Pokemon no more. Like you can go to the store and get your drip game right.
Yeah, like, I saw that.
Like shout out to my nigga, the Leaf Pokemon, the Leaf Monkey with the drum. He used to bang on niggas.
So the games I got was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze because like. Them Donkey Kong Country games, and when I was a kid, there was like, man, I don't know, I just had nostalgia for them, but that was like home for me on the Super Nintendo.
Hot take?
What? Hot take?
Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Nintendo.
What do you mean?
Ranking.
Super Mario
carrying the level of Nintendo?
Oh yeah, of course.
Super Mario. Donkey Kong.
And I got Mario Odyssey too. I actually fuck with Donkey Kong more though. I don't know. Mario Odyssey cool. I might as well say Zelda too. Zelda got a lot of fans. People, but I never really played.
Though, why hasn't motherfucking Ash become a gym leader yet?
Because he's trying to. He ain't even trying.
He haven't become a Pokemon master, bro. It's been like 22 years now.
Bro, you gotta hit him with that motherfucking Last Dragon. You was already the master, bro.
But what I want to say,
Pikachu's supposed to pull tight on Ash, like, you know what? I'm about to do my own
why
thing.
you not married yet, bro? Like, what's going on?
Oh, he ain't even about to ask all that. I'm about to do my
No
own thing.
thing.
I appreciate what we done did, but it's time for me. It's time for me to go to the break.
Right.
Charizard doing his own thing. He making platinum hits.
Right.
Volcano Island doing his thing. I do my own thing.
But the thing about Switch though, like I say, it's cool, but this is a hot take too. It feels more like a toy than the actual piece of like new tech or hardware to me.
Yeah.
They should have ramped up.
But I will say this.
But it's cool.
It is very convenient when you play the right game because I can just put that bitch on the HDMI and just sit my fat ass down, left hand, right hand, they're adjacent. Just damn, that shit hard. Like that shit is convenient.
It is though, for real. So, but yeah, I fuck with it. It's cool. I think the next game I'm gonna pick up is probably Metroid Dread and probably Super Smash Brothers or maybe Mario Party for
You heard about that new game coming out?
What?
It's like Smash Brothers, but with like
DC characters, multiverse.
Cartoon Network characters.
Oh
yeah, it's the multiverse.
Multiverse, Batman, Scooby-Doo,
and all of that.
Universe, Wonder Woman.
It's supposed to be yep. And then what's her name? Arya from Game of Thrones in there too.
Harley Quinn.
Hey, I mean, at least they have their voices. That's good.
Jake.
And that was the worst thing because Nickelodeon dropped their thing, All Star Brawl, but there was no voices for none of the characters. Yeah. And that's what sucked. People kept talking about it.
The Smash Brothers probably, I mean, for real, the people that, they probably paid Smash Brothers a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, for real, like, all this shit look like Smash Brothers. So you had to break them off something.
Nah, you don't have to.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Well, you would know better than I would.
You don't have to unless it's like using their characters or shit like that. Nintendo
That's
characters.
Crazy. So that couldn't be named.
Yeah, game clones always happen. You remember how many GTA clones happened after GTA 3 release back in the PS2?
None of them shaking now.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. But no,
this shit look like it might shake.
We'll see. It's free to play though, right? It's free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gotta pay for it. We'll see.
What's next up?
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story: Black Lives Matter.
Chuck, moral of the story.
Practice what you preach.
For real. Moral of the story, man. Y'all be selling yourself for clout, and that shit crazy.
Phones and hearts.
Moon, stars, quasars.
That shit crazy. No other type of other resource, but just clout. Man, don't be doing that.
Worth it.
Black responsibility.
Get better, John.
Black responsibly, bro.